The state versus Opa Brown Mogotsi, the shooting, the ballistics, and the lies. The charges against Brown Mogotsi, the investigating officer, formally states the charges as 1. Unlawful possession of a firearm, unlawful possession of ammunition, discharging a firearm in a built up and or public area, defeating and or obstructing the cause of justice. And then they added another one, perjury. The closest legal concepts are that all these charges are under Schedule 5, OMG. False reporting, defeating the ends of justice, uh, false sworn statements that were made, Firearms Act offenses. What the prosecution is essentially alleging is that Brown and Mogotsi staged a fake assassination attempt, falsely reported it as a real attempted murder, caused police resources and investigations to be activated for nothing, then gave a false version to the authorities. Yo, guys, we are all going nuts over somebody who doesn't even have matric. Brown Mohotsi's highest level of education is grade 11, and he attended Dolin College. Not even, oh my God. Um, well, I guess he is street smart. I'll give that to him. Apparently, the J50 warrant was issued on 17 April 2026, and it was signed on 3 days later, 20 April. But Brown Mogotsi was arrested 15 May. You see the discrepancy there, and the defense came to court swinging about this discrepancy. But I don't know if that means anything. I don't know. But it was a big thing in the hearing. Oh, well, the charges are Brown Mogotsi's first problem is that the charges put him in Schedule 5. The second problem in this bail hearing is the traceability problem. The investigating officer says he tried to find Brown Mogotsi several times, visited previous addresses in Mafeking. Those addresses allegedly did not confirm him, called him repeatedly, arranged meetings that allegedly never happened, sent him WhatsApp messages that he actually brought to the court to prove that he was communicating with him, still could not secure him for a warning statement. So the state argument becomes he is not easy to trace, not just the address is wrong, but also when the police looked for him, he was unavailable. And that is a problem in a bail hearing. Being untraceable and unavailable to police, it feeds directly into the flight risk, likelihood of not attending trial, credibility of his bail affidavit, and whether the court can trust the address he provided. And what happened is that the defense ended up submitting a second affidavit to confirm his address, and that is not good in a bail hearing. Anyway, the third problem, the address war. Back to traceability. This was kind of like major in this hearing. Brown Mogotsi says, I live in Mabopane, Unit 13 with my wife. He files an affidavit, proof of residency, and the traditional council letter. But the police say they visited that address and he does not live there. So the state's theory is that the address that he's providing is a false address, and he is a possible flight risk and difficult to trace. And the defense, on the other hand, are saying, no, the way that the police were verifying the address was flawed. Well, yup. Problem number 4. Brown Mogotsi's recorded legal history. It look at it right here. 9 problems dating back from 2005, DUI, GBH, assault, GBH, 2 counts of assault, reckless driving, and now he has this current case. And the state's point was not only that he laid prior convictions, is that he had allegedly been hard to trace before. Apparently, in 2007, he was a wanted person, including being circulated there, putting out notices as a wanted person. Couldn't find him. Brown Mogotsi has traceability issues, and they keep resurfacing in this bail hearing, and that is not good. Brown's own affidavit only emphasized 3 2012 convictions, the 2 assault GPHs. The other things, he didn't list them. So he has a credibility issue. Not that we don't know, but well, now he is in court. He is not before the Madlanga Commission. Lapha abashaya shaya khona. Here you can't shaya anybody. He was sharing Madlanga over there. He can't do that here. So he came here trying to charge the judge, and I don't know why his lawyers allow this nonsense. But anyway, problem number 5. The cell block comment. Yo, hi. The investigating officer claims that Brown asked him, "Is there anything I can do for you to not oppose bail?" The officer says he understood it as a bribe attempt. Brown allegedly then tried to reframe it. "If you want information," and the investigating officer told him, says, "No, I don't need information from you. Yeah, this actually is a very dangerous allegation in a bail hearing. State interpretation is that he is manipulating the process, interference behavior, undermining the justice system, and suddenly the bail hearing gets much worse." So, what happened in November 2025? The state says in force law, Brown Mogotsi was driving a maroon Chevy where they found 11 spent cartridges, attempted assassination report. The defense says there was a white bakkie that was chasing him of unknown gunmen that attacked him. But the state says the CCTV footage says a different story. The ballistic report says a different story. The witness statements tell a different story. Prosecutors allege Brown exited the car, then shot an empty vehicle himself, and the assassination attempt was allegedly staged. Defense best points are that Brown Mogotsi is a victim. The defense arguments are that the state's theory is just a theory. CCTV and all these ballistic reports that they're talking about are only interpretations. Brown himself opened the attempted murder case himself. No firearm was found on him. He appeared publicly at the Madlanga Commission. So this thing of saying that he's untraceable, can't be found, unavailable is not true. The police delayed arresting him. Remember the discrepancy? The arrest warrant was issued way back in April, and they only just managed to get him in May when he was stepping out of the Madlanga Commission. Really, you know what? They couldn't find him. They just could not find him. So, and the defense also argues that he has strong family ties and business ties. By the way, it came out in court that the businesses that he owns are all under hot lab specialist. So if you have been following the Madlang Commission, you would know that hot lab specialist is a business that is only registered to his girlfriend. I don't know if this is one and the same person that they talked about in this court hearing. I don't know, but the everything is registered under her name. Anyway, Brown yakushayisa ngekhanda shem. This was the whole entire bail hearing. So in 3 days, we're gonna find out if he gets bail. But with Schedule 5, the only person that managed to get bail with Schedule 5 and 6 is Katiso Mulefe. Only. Sergeant Sendent Nkosi did not get bail. He was Schedule 5. So anyway, if you press the like button and follow my profile, I'll be able to update you with this court case as it develops. This is only the beginning, guys. And the Mazanga Commission cases have not even been talked about. This case is coming from the Gauteng head office. So the task team that is investigating him has not even put out his cases. So we have a long way to go. So press the follow button so you don't miss any of my summaries. See you on the next one.